guest will enlighten us with the transition of a working individual into retirement. Please welcome Sal Orlando and Steve Orlando from MHB Insurance Services. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sal, going into retirement sometimes just comes up like this. How would you advise, or what would you advise to individuals who are getting into that stage?
Well, the first step is once you reach 65 is Medicare, and that can be stressful as far as deciding what to do, what plans to go into. There's a maze, and we guide you through that maze. We explain in simple terms what's available out there and all your options.
Options. What else aside from Medicare is something or the people can prepare themselves for?
Well, there's retirement as far as income, maintaining your lifestyle.
Yeah,
Steve?
Throughout your whole working life, you've put money in 401ks, maybe bought life insurance, had Roth IRAs. I mean, there's just a plethora of options when you're working on how to manage your money. Well, now is the time where you have to really start thinking about each one of those accounts that you have and how to make each one of those accounts really work for you.
And back to that question, how do you make those accounts work for an individual?
Well, Sal here has a bunch of different options, a bunch of different plans.
What we do is we sit down with you and we go through a fact-finding process.
Okay.
Right? We ask you what your goals are, what your objectives are, and we formulate an action plan that's geared towards your goals and objectives. We go back and actually what we do is shop the universe.
Shop the universe. What do you mean by that?
Because we're independent brokers.
Okay.
We can actually tailor a plan specifically to the individual. No two individuals are alike, so through the fact-finding process, we actually tailor a plan for that particular individual.
That is so true, because watching a television one day, I've seen 5-6 different insurance companies or advertising about that program.
Right.
So as a regular person, how do you decide which company to go to?
Well, we guide you. We find out what that objective is, what that goal is. The action plan that we formulate will keep you in your lifestyle. We take a look at, we keep in mind tax liability, safety, maximum returns, mostly safety and maximum returns, and the income, lifelong income that you can actually get with these individual certain products that we're going to recommend.
Can you expand a little bit more on that lifelong income benefit?
Well, there's, as far as your portfolio goes, we can recommend plans that will allow you to take, depending on your age, 4 to 5, 6, or even 7% of your portfolio on a monthly basis, and they guarantee that for as long as you live.
As long as you live.
As long as you live.
You live.
Yeah, and then what happens if you don't exhaust all that income? The remainder goes to your beneficiaries. So, I don't think there's a portfolio out there as far as equity goes that can offer that. We take the volatility right out of the equation, and like I said, they focus on tax liability, growth, and safety.
And building off that, like you said, the plans are inherited by your heirs, but sometimes that isn't enough. Sometimes you need the money a little quicker to take care of those end-of-life expenses for your loved ones. So to make it easier on the family, it makes it much better to plan in ahead. And there's products out there called final expense policies
Okay.
that will help you plan for those circumstances.
Okay. Steve, when you say final expense, my thought all of a sudden is the final stages in life, like life insurance. Is that correct? Or there's more to that?
There is more to it. It is a form of life insurance, but this just focuses on providing the funding for the very, very expensive funerals. Just a basic funeral these days costs at least $6,000. And if you don't want to have to worry about the estate, anything like that, these plans are guaranteed issue, and you don't have to pass any health tests, and they provide up to $10,000 to $20,000 of cash, tax-free, for your heirs to provide your last wishes.
How about for those who have, I would say, stayed healthy for a longer time, because our life expectancy has increased, as you probably can attest to. However, different individuals have different lifestyles, they have different problems, ailments. All of a sudden you're diagnosed with some long-term diagnosis that requires
Right.
3, 6, 5, however long it takes, could be years of treatment. What do you suggest for those?
Well, it's estimated that 70% of the seniors now, with the longer life expectancy, are going to need long-term care. So that's 7 out of 10 people are going to need, care in their senior years. How do they provide for that? How are their loved ones going to provide for that? An average 3-year stay in an assisted living facility in a semi-private room is over $230,000.
Wow.
So
that's very expensive.
Very expensive, and it's bankrupted a lot of seniors. I mean, people that don't plan properly. There's plans out there that can provide you with tax-free money to provide that care. Take the burden off of your loved ones and put it onto the insurance companies.
Okay. Well, obviously, there's so much more involved in finding out information about people who need all your products. Do you offer them any type of private consultation at no charge?
Absolutely. Yeah. Like as we said, no two situations are the same. So we will always sit down with the clients free of charge.
Okay.
And we're always available.
Okay. Well, tell us, what is your contact information, please?
Well, my phone number is 520-906-7076, and my email address is svorla6@gmail.com.
Great.
You can contact me, or you can contact Stephen at
My cell phone number is 520-907-0950, or we both can be reached at sorlandoinsurance@gmail.com.
Great. Well, thank you both so much.
well,
Thank you.